incriminating Lynch emails is in Russian hands. FBI Director James Comey is refusing to answer questions in public about Russian hacking of a document that said then Attorney General Loretta Lynch would not follow FBI investigators to go, quote, too far in the investigation of Hillary Clinton's private email server in the run-up to the election last year. The existence of the document was first revealed in a New York Times article in April. It was found in a batch of hacked documents that were delivered to the FBI. The document, which has been described as both a memo and an email, was written by a Democratic operative who expressed confidence that Ms. Lynch would keep the Clinton investigation from going too far, according to several former officials familiar with the document, the Times reported. The document was stolen by Russian hackers, the Times reported. Judiciary Chairman Senator Chuck Grassley, an Iowa Republican, attempted to ask Comey about the document during his testimony on Capitol Hill on Wednesday. According to Breitbart, Grassley noted the report from the Times then asked Comey, how and when did you first learn of this document? Also, who sent it and who received it? That's not a question I can answer in this forum, Mr. Chairman, because it would call for a classified response, Comey said. I have briefed leadership of the intelligence committees on that particular issue, but I can't talk about it here. When asked, what steps did the FBI take to determine whether Attorney General Lynch had actually given assurances that the political fix was in no matter what, and whether he could provide the email, Comey gave a similar response. Fox News intelligence correspondent Catherine Herridge called the exchange one of the most significant headlines to come out of the hearing. The fact this material was out there for the Russians to hack indicates two huge things. First, it seems to indicate Loretta Lynch was in the tank for Hillary Clinton. That we know. Second, because of the horrible lack of security almost everywhere in the Democratic Party's infrastructure, Russia could have had it and used it to throw doubt on our electoral processes. Really? To say that this is serious is a massive understatement. The FBI needs to hold Lynch to account if she impeded the Clinton investigation in any way, especially given that Russia may have had the documents to prove it. This is total bullcrap because Comey should have released all this information from the beginning. This is, anyway, let's just take a listen again here.
Dear Diary.
Oh, that's precious. We have a commercial. Let's skip this. I apologize.
Catherine, there are new accusations against the former Attorney General.
I think this is one of the most significant headlines to come out of the hearing today. And for some context, it's because there's an ongoing Justice Department Inspector General's investigation into the actions of then Attorney General Loretta Lynch, as well as the FBI director and his closest aides during the election period. What we heard today for the first time were details about a document that related to Attorney General Loretta Lynch that had been obtained by Russian hackers, and that the document indicated that Lynch would do whatever it took to prevent criminal charges from being brought against Hillary Clinton in the email probe. Let's listen.
The New York Times recently reported that the FBI had found a troubling email among the ones the Russians hacked from Democrat operatives. The email reportedly provided assurances that Attorney General Lynch would protect Secretary Clinton by making sure the FBI investigation, quote unquote, didn't go too far. How and when did you first learn of this document? Also, who sent it and who received it?
That's not a question I can answer in this forum, Mr. Chairman, because it would call for a classified response.
On several of the questions related to Loretta Lynch, the FBI director said he couldn't discuss it in an open, unclassified setting. But there was certainly a strong indication from the FBI director that he felt, in light of this document, as well as this Arizona tarmac meeting with Loretta Lynch and former President Bill Clinton in late June of last year, in his words, this was really the capper for him, and he felt he had no choice but to go public when there was the decision to close the Clinton email investigation. There was kind of a theme today that the FBI director, in his testimony, portrayed himself as being boxed in by Lynch and kind of a victim of circumstances, but that really didn't wash with Republicans who were on the committee, who felt that the FBI director did something extraordinary at the end of last year, that he really overreached, that his principal job is as an investigator, not a prosecutor, and he put his prosecutor's hat on when there was a decision not to go after Hillary Clinton for mishandling of classified information, and then also not to pursue criminal charges for Huma Abedin and Anthony Weiner, now that he has said publicly that there were hundreds of classified emails found on his home computer, Sandra.
Yeah, well, we know why Comey. We know why Comey is not going to go after Hillary. First of all, it wasn't... Comey found out after they found the emails in Anthony Weiner. See, the cops found the emails. So then the cops gave it to the FBI director. He had no way of hiding it, James Comey. He had to go public with this. There was no way, because the cops had found Anthony Weiner's computer and they saw what was going on. So now that's why Comey had to come out and go public with this. Comey didn't want to do this. Didn't want to do this because he is compromised. He had no choice. They all knew about what was going on. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you again so much for watching.